What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another session video. Creature updated their blog post, their developer blog, and we have some sad information about the June update, but we also have a lot of good things to talk about in this blog post. So we're just going to go over that with you guys. Let's get started. Number 1, May 2022 Creature developer blog post. Says introduction. My name's Jeffrey Spicer. You can see Spicer is always a part of the Creature Discord. He's a producer at Creature. Was lucky enough to join the studio back in October of last year, and the goal of my addition to the team is ensure that we get the game to the finish line on budget, at the best quality within the previous constraints. Along with managing the game production come tasks like writing a dev blog, coordinating with our roster of skaters, building/working with the best team on the sickest skate game ever, Session Skate Sim. Started my career as a games tester on EA Skate in 2006, guys. And here I am today, 16 years later, working on Session Skate Sim. As an avid skater, passionate developer, joining Creature was a no-brainer. With this context in place, we can now get into the Session Dev blog. Okay, so the last dev blog update was with the drop of Public Update 2, and we had some pretty big changes to share on the gameplay front. We started to tease the transition gameplay feature with early implementation into the pumping mechanic, the additional plane of skateboarding to the world interaction presented with a wealth of opportunities, leg work, improved torso and trunk separation, also improved feel and flow of rotations. Overall, we felt that there was a marked improvement to the core gameplay experience. Each of these additions to the core skating experience was a reminder of the awesome mechanics and solid skate foundation we have in Session, but they also reminded us of the growing need for consistency in our gameplay and feedback. Skating is an art with fine margins and the need for force with a touch of grace. Creating an environment to provide the right balance of reality, challenge, and engagement takes a lot of fine-tuning. Since the launch of Public Update 2, we have continued to put together as a team, working on a structure and aligning on what worked remain to be closed. Asking the critical questions of where did we want to put our time and money, and where could we provide the best experience for the skater. Today, we have officially hit our gold candidate in-house, and we're looking at a road to version 1 launching this fall, guys. So excited about that. We have a lot we hope to achieve for version 1, but also in the days and weeks and months, we've officially closed our roster of skaters, from local heroes to some of the biggest names in the industry. We have a variety of skaters for everyone's fancy. As of today, we have only announced 66% of our roster, so more skaters are coming, guys. So stay tuned to our social channels for more updates. Session World optimization is in full swing. The streets of New York and Philly are being cleaned up, ledges waxed, and benches adjusted in time for release. Plus, we have everything sorted on the final city destination for launch. We're keeping tight-lipped on these incredible, iconic, historic spots for sure. So we're going to have, like, whatever is coming in 1.0, the next city that's coming in 1.0 is definitely going to be one of the most iconic locations we're going to have in the game. We also have some much anticipated announcements to make regarding your fit and gear. Not everyone wants to wear skinny jeans, and we feel you. Stay tuned for the fall drop in the skate shop. We've got lots of new brands and some new styles to hit the shelves. Game testing has picked up in full while we continue to focus on feature polish and community feedback. Beyond the skaters, locations, and gear is the core skate mechanic. The skate experience and immersion is the best it's ever been. You hear that? It's getting even better. It's getting even better. I'm so excited. I'm really hyped. I'm hyped for 1.0. However, we still have some core bugs that have not been addressed. With the impending version 1 deadline, the realities of time, money, and quality have led to some tough conversations in the studio. Included in these conversations were discussions on the team structure and our production plans for closing version 1 and moving into post-launch. So remember, 1.0 is not the end-all be-all like it is for some other skate games, okay? After 1.0, the journey is just getting started, guys, okay? So be patient. Like, after 1.0, we're just getting started here. Like, think of 1.0 as the start of something even bigger. That's how you have to see this. From the early days of the session prototype to early access release and finally Nacon purchasing Creature, the team and the project have gone through many phases of growth. We now have a proven product, a clear market audience, and a plan for the future. Therefore, the next step is to ensure we have a sustainable structure to support this vision. June and beyond. Okay, here's where we get to the nitty-gritty of things, guys. Along with the shift from early access to version 1 launch, the team's structural changes, we have made the necessary call to cut the upcoming third and final public update coming this June. We're not getting the June update, unfortunately. I know, but you guys have to understand, this stuff is not easy. And I understand if they had to cut the June update, it is for a really good reason. And I got faith that 1.0 is going to be great. And guys, Donovan actually did explain why we aren't getting the June update. So in his words from the Creature Discord, that takes time away from actual development. We need to stop work, find a way to hide content like usual while making everything not hidden work well enough with the least amount of bugs to publish. It was decided instead of spending the extra time and effort that it would take to hide the content they didn't want people to see and polish up all those bugs, that they would just push for full release and actually stay working on the game to finish how things work, as well as optimize and debug everything so you'll get a polished, smooth, pretty game at full release sooner. It's not like 1.0 is going to come out and be completely abandoned. As skaters and gamers, we know what's expected and we hold ourselves to the highest level of quality. The current improvements in the game show great promise, but the need to further improve quality and cement the best skate experience for version 1 in the fall is our priority. We have quality concerns, we see the bugs, we feel for all of you folks on unreleased platforms, so we ask you hold out a few more months as we put all of our energy into version 1 and beyond. We will continue to share progress over our social channels as well as monthly dev blogs. For all of you out there waiting on the full release date, the time has come. We are ready to leave early access behind and blow the doors off of our full launch September 22nd, 2022. So we finally have a launch date. The game is coming out September 22nd of this year, guys. When they said fall, I thought it was going to be like October or November. That's what I thought when they said fall, but September is right around the corner. June, July, August, September, guys. It is not that far away. Like, how can you not be excited about that? Development updates. Achievements are loaded and ready to go, which is something I've been looking forward to, is achievements. Physical animation rework. The physics and the animations are going to get way better for the skating. Our third and final city for version 1 is in-game, fully playable, and full of 6 spots. That's awesome. And remember from the roadmap that they did say get your plane tickets. So that means that this new city isn't going to be on the East Coast potentially. It could be somewhere overseas. It could be somewhere in Canada like Vancouver. It could be Barcelona. It could be anywhere. You know, it could be somewhere in the West Coast. It could literally be anywhere because it said get your plane tickets in the roadmap. So this is really exciting here. Transit system rework with updated bus routes and station updates. So they're going to completely rework the way we transport around the system. Power slides fully transition through stances and allow the player to transfer weight. We actually got a preview of this in a previous social media post by Donovan. User interface overhaul for art and layout. Now this just means we're getting changes in our UI, so the way the game looks now and the way we interact with it now is going to look completely different from what we currently have. All skaters are in 3D production. Big news to come on the community side, so they're going to be announcing more skaters the closer we get to 1.0. The full skater journey has been integrated as in debug 100%. Full story mode is coming in September, which I'm excited about. I'm really hyped to see what the story mode is going to be. Translation has kicked off, so that's translation just for different regions and such. So we have debug. Did we mention we're working on bugs? The addition of barrel rules cuts a lot of the onboard shenanigans, so trucks exploding, getting stuck, things like that, those are going to be fixed finally. The addition of safe zone check when pressing Y to get on the board to avoid buggy onboard situations. Cleaned mission flow. Fixed physical animation noodle arms on session marker use. So that's the wacky inflatable tube flailing arm thing that you would get before, where your arms would just like bug out and just start flinging all over the thing. They fixed that. Performance improvements, controller disconnect butts, skate shop items locked when completing story missions on Xbox. And then we get to some of the things that they had to cut for version 1. That doesn't mean that these things are going to be cut permanently, except for legacy controls. I think those should just like go away. So the following features have been cut from version 1 for quality reasons. However, they are on the list for possible post-launch plans. Remember that. On-foot navigation improvements. So unfortunately, and this is like one of the biggest ones for me, we're not getting throwdowns 1.0. I was really hoping for, because like one of the things with Session for me, I never liked the way you just teleport on and off your board. I would very much like some sort of animation to transition between the two. But it seems that's been cut for version 1 because they want to get the main core mechanics of skating down first. Legacy controls have been cut. I've been saying for a very long time, legacy controls just shouldn't be in the game. I get like they're good to ease people in who played the EA Skate series into Session, and they're good for those people, but guys, just learn how to play the game the way it was meant to be played. Like, I'm sorry, like, legacy controls, like Donovan literally said on the Creature Discord, the reason legacy controls are cut is because they're very outdated and they're very limiting. You can only play about 50% of the game using legacy controls. Verts and grabs have been cut. Now this does not mean transition's been cut. We are still getting transition, we're still getting lip tricks, but as far as going up into the air doing an Indy 900, we're not getting that at 1.0. In the future, probably. Party games have been cut, which is something I don't think most people used anyway, and those are like the games of Skate Dice, things like that were in experimental, like where you could do the couch co-op stuff. Those have been cut. They might make a return if we ever get multiplayer. So yeah, guys, that was the blog post that came from the Creature team today on a Session update. Very excited for 1.0. Very excited for this game, to see this new map, to see the new story mode and all of the changes that have been made with like all the physics and animations and stuff. Really excited to see all that stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hit the like button if you liked the video. If not, hit the dislike button, whatever. I'll see you guys in the next video.